Greetings, fellow YouTubers. This is Hunt IonX, and today we're doing a video review on the LEGO Sonic the Hedgehog Death Egg Robot. I would like to quickly apologize if you can hear like some air noise and stuff in the background. It's really hot today. I need that air conditioner on, and once I edit music in, I'm sure it's gonna kind of dampen it quite a bit because I'll be talking the whole time as well. But just throw that out there. That's on, so excuse that. But we're going to be doing this just a little bit differently because there's a lot to talk about with this LEGO set. So we're going to start off by not really talking about any articulation and stuff. We'll talk about that with the Death Egg robot itself, but we're mainly going to be talking about the overall minifigures, the differences, and the action features overall, just to save some time. So starting off with comparison, this is the LEGO Sonic for this set. As you can see, pretty decent printing. It's a really nice overall look. But the main idea is we want to compare it to the Dimensions Sonic and the LEGO Ideas Classic Sonic. So, pop Sonic off that just real quick. So, as you can see, it's all the same base minifigure, all the same base design elements, because it's Sonic. However, there's some pretty distinct differences. For one thing, this Sonic is a lot grosser skin tone. You know, it's a little closer to how like the Jazzwares Sonic minifigures were. His hands are really dirty, but like how closer to how the the Jazzwares Sonic figures were at the time, where their skins were a lot yellower. Where these two, the modern Sonic and the LEGO Ideas Classic Sonic, are a lot closer in terms of skin tone and overall blue color. So, as you can see, they're a glossy blue, but not as glossy as this Sonic. They also both share the same shoe design and printing for the back of the leg, or the very back is the same. However, it differs when you get to the heads and the bellies. This is much more modern Sonic in design, and this is a lot more classic Sonic, being just a big round circle. And then, of course, you got the eyes and the mouths being in two separate areas. I do also like that the mouth on the Ideas Sonic, who's supposed to be classic Sonic, is way bigger to kind of make him just a little cuter in a sense, where this is much more generic, smaller LEGO mouth, kind of give them, you know, a neutral modern Sonic look. Though I would like to see maybe a newer Sonic that's a little closer to this in terms of eye shape and mouth size. But that's a personal thing. But yeah, overall, they are really nice, just to compare them all three together, just to kind of see how far we evolved between, you know, when they first happened years ago with the Dimensions set, then the LEGO Ideas set, and now here we are with the official line, just to kind of show an overall evolution. But the main feature with this Sonic has nothing to do with the fact he's a minifigure. No. We've got to go get the launcher for that. So for the LEGO Sonic line, the whole gimmick is that you have this Technic launcher here that will allow you to launch Sonic out of it using this little spear. It's really easy to put them in. It's just two Technic pins closed in on one. I would like to see these in transparent blue going forward, just to make it, I don't know, blend in just a little better. But the idea is you put Sonic in his traditional running pose. You either do the arms backwards one or the normal one. He fits in either way. Just slide him in there, just like that. And now he's in the spear, just like so. And then, thanks to the rubber on the top here, and then the rubber on the bottom here, it keeps it nice and in place. And the idea is you take the big star jump kind of icon on the back, and you just hit that down with all your force, and Sonic goes off. Now, I'm doing it in the enclosed space, but you can definitely see by how fast that fired out. It will depend on how hard you hit it, how fast Sonic goes. He actually got some airtime on that jump. And it is pretty fun to just put Sonic in and watch him run. You know, because it's the whole supposed to look, he's doing a spin dash and stuff, but it is a really neat gimmick. I quite like that over like the Lego Mario ones, where you just, you know, when you're not playing with them, they're just dead. So this is a lot smoother of a play feature, I think. And the Technic launcher has a really nice design. It's very kind of Sonic-y looking. Like, you can definitely see this as a thing in the game. Sonic would stand in and then go zoom, 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 and then pew, You know, like it very much kind of looks like something you would see in the game. So it's overall it works and it's pretty cool. And what's also nice is that you've got little obstacle courses. So one of the things you have is you got a spike thing, a ring, which Sonic can hold, it is mini, and a little ramp. So the idea with these is that you kind of make your own little course. Now there are like stuff like the Sonic Speed Challenge, I believe, which is literally just a big set, you know, and then there's like a $35 like just Sonic startup set that kind of gets you a good idea. So we're gonna zoom out just a little bit so you can see the ring right there, and the idea is we're gonna get Sonic to get to that ring, right? So we want to hit it a little harder than that. So we want to hit it, and there we go. It's a pretty neat little gimmick, and yeah, works really, really well. But this isn't the main feature of this set. No. We gotta move on to the star attraction of the entire Lego line, according to the marketing for this, and I absolutely love that, by the way. So starting off, we're gonna take a look at the Eggman minifigure, because this is the big thing everyone was talking about when this started happening was, oh, are we gonna get minifigure Eggman, or are we gonna get a brick-built Eggman? And yeah, we got a minifigure Eggman. So let me pull him out of the thing real quick. I completely forgot him. This is the Lego brick-built Eggman, and yeah, it's quite a vast improvement overall, but still, it is really, really nice minifigure. I would have liked to see them maybe be a big fig of the same proportions as this, but as a minifigure, it works really, really well. So I do want to test real quick, because I haven't done this at all yet. Put a little brick Eggman down there. I just realized his butt's still attached to the thing. But I want to see, how does regular Eggman minifigure fit in here? And he doesn't quite fit. Let me zoom in to show y'all. So he doesn't quite fit in there. As you can see, he doesn't slide in. You would need to take out this entire middle part here, which I want to see, can I do that without tearing the whole set apart? And almost, you can almost get it. There we go. I want to just see real quick. I'll put all that back together. So if you tear out that middle section right there that he's supposed to sit on, you can kind of fit him in there. And you know, that looks pretty good, actually. Obviously, it needs some modification if you want him to like sit flat on there, because it is just, you know, a dividing space. But yeah, if you wanted to modify this slightly and have actual minifigure Eggman be inside the Sonic thing, like this, the little egg pod, you can 100% do that. And that's really cool. So, gonna pull him out of there, move all this to the side. I'm gonna repair that off camera. The main attraction is this, the Death Egg robot itself. And it's full of really nice little details. I like the, I like the prints right here. These are prints, and that's really nice. You've got the claw hand on this side, and then you've got the action feature on this side. So this is a stud launcher, and it does work. Fires pretty well, and you do luckily get a whole extra set of studs. So if you lose some, you can reload it. Very easy, no problem. Or, you know, just be smart and fire it in a contained space like I am. So a big question when this set first was showing off, right, was can Eggman fit inside there? Because all the promotional images, for some reason, had him standing up in it. So you couldn't close it. But I'm happy to report, as a reviewer of this, if you haven't seen any other reviews besides mine, yeah, he does actually fit in there. You can fit him down in there. As you can see, so he's a 2x6 wide legs, because he uses the old Toy Story Woody legs. And you know, got 2 studs right there, and then 2 smooth studs right there. So he does fit in pretty nicely, and it just closes up nice. And you can see he's got a lot of dome room in there as well. There's quite a lot of space. Unfortunately, due to the way the minifigure is designed, he can't push the buttons in there, which is, you know, a cool detail to see. But yeah, he can't quite push those. So closing that up and taking a look at the Death Egg's articulation, because it does have some. It's got a ball joint at the arms. You know, get up, back. It's got a bend at the elbow that can also swivel. Nothing at any of the wrist. Nope. The legs are quite impressive that they have articulation. So nothing at the waist, but the legs are on ratchets, so you can get it forward, you know. And then you can bend the ankles a bit. They can swivel on little ball joints. So, you know, you get some decent poses out of it, mainly in the arms, which is good because you want Eggman to be quite expressive with the Death Egg, you know. So this does also have an action feature. But to talk about it, we got to talk about one more little thing, which we're going to get to real quick. And that is this. This is a little pod that holds the flickies and animal buddies inside. It is loose, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. You know, it also comes with a little brick Cubot, which is pretty cool. You know, we need Orbot, but we got Cubot. You know, and there's some detail there. There's a Chaos Emerald, little antenna. So basically the idea is that you can either do one or two things. If you do just the Sonic stuff without the Death Egg, you have this bowl right here with all the animal buddies inside, and you want to take Sonic using the launcher, and you want to launch him at the pod. And by doing so, if I can pull it back, it opens up the pod and frees the little animal buddies because it's just on a loose stud right there. There's no stud attachment, it's just a tile right there. So by popping it off, it frees the animal buddies. However, there's only one animal buddy supposed to be in there. You can have all three of them in there, they do fit. And they have really nice printing, they look really cool. However, two of these animal buddies are designed for the Death Egg, which is why we needed to show this off first before we get to that, so we can demonstrate the rest of the action features of the Lego set. So now moving on to the main action feature, after we just showed that off. So the same concept, you take the Sonic launcher, Sonic inside the spear, and you get it nice and loaded up. And the idea is similar to the Jack-specific Death Egg. You want to aim for this spot right here. And by doing so, you might have to get it on a couple tries. There we go. Ah. So you launch Sonic at this, and it gets hit. I don't know if you saw it. You might have saw just a little bit of it. But it launches Death Egg's backpack off, and inside are the little animal buddies from the other pod. So they're either like controlling it, because that's the whole theme of Eggman. He makes the animals control his machines, or you know, they're prisoners. You can use your imagination. But anyway, just to demonstrate manually, you know, Sonic hits this back here, and that launches off, and the animal buddies are now free. And Eggman's robot is defeated, which is pretty cool. You know, it gives you some fun, and it is just like the Jack-specific one. It is difficult to hit that spot, so there is a challenge to it, as you just saw. But yeah, it's overall really nice. And I do want to quickly show off, because I haven't actually looked at this yet. I want to do a quick comparison to the other Badniks we have so far, just from the Lego Ideas set. So we have, you know, Motobug and then Crab Meat, and yeah, they're a pretty decent size next to the Death Egg. I am real curious to see what the new ones are. I don't plan to get the Motobug new one because I think that one looks like crap compared to the Ideas one, but the new Crab Meat, the more modern version, I think is going to be way better than this, because this one's just a little derpy. But yeah, just to show you a nice size comparison between them. So yeah, overall, this is a pretty neat little set. We'll get to my final thoughts in just a minute, because I do have a couple critiques. But overall, that's a really fun feature. So there you guys have it. That was my video review on the Lego Sonic the Hedgehog Death Egg robot set. This is a really cool set, and I think this line is going to be overall really, really good. There are a couple little issues I have. I think the arms could have probably used just a little bit more pieces. They are really skinny. I do feel like an option to maybe give you both, you know, spiked hands so it's game accurate would have been neat. And I feel like the construction of the chest launch is just a little off. I feel like it's, you know, just a little too low to the ground. I would have liked to maybe see it just a little higher. But these are all very minor nitpicks, and I don't really have an overall issue. Overall, this set is awesome. It's definitely worth the price, although it is pretty steep for Lego these days. I think it's a pretty good set, and I think it's worth the price. So if you think it's worth the price, let me know down below. And hey, while you're here, make sure to give my video a like, maybe subscribe and comment down below. Oh, check out my social medias in my description down below. And until next time, you guys, peace.